everyone. Happy Thursday, and welcome back to Sin City Crypto. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. We're coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. We finally hit 100 degrees. Am I excited? No, it's very hot. We're going to talk about a lot of things today, including FTX 2.0. It is official. They're coming back. What does it mean if you have money locked on FTX? We're going to talk about that. Also, the grand state of North Carolina is looking into adding Bitcoin to their treasury. We also have news from Canada, the UK, and much, much more. We also have some life hacks that we're going to share with you. But first, here is a life hacker, which is Robin.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, well, we're an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where, unlike other boring, stale channels that just pump out that mundane stuff, we package all that information in a fun and sexy way. That's right.
Please stop doing that. Okay.
Is Bitcoin still 30,000? I haven't checked the price.
Bitcoin's over 30.
Is it? You know what? I've been so busy with trying to upgrade this network and
Robin,
extra streams, and I haven't had a chance to even look at it.
Speaking of networks,
Yes, sir.
Big projects take help. Well, we got our help, and that is from channel sponsor Cam's Blue Wire Technology. They've been guiding us step by step through our upgrade from regular cable internet to fiber, and without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you the stream today. So thank you so much to our channel sponsor. Also, if you want some of the same perks we get, visit BlueWireTech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Speaking of videos, all right, so a couple life hacks here. Well, one life hack. So, we need to do our cardio. You don't want to go running outside. Maybe you live in Vegas or the desert. It's too hot. And treadmills are too expensive. There is a solution. There is a solution. Rocco?
Yep.
One the dumb video you got here. What is this?
Oh, you don't want to run.
So first, take a curtain. Looks like curtain. Wrap it around you. Then take some water and some soap and go ahead and put it on the wooden plank.
That thing seems dangerous.
And so,
Soap?
when there's a will, there's a way, my friends. And I don't want to hear excuses of I can't buy a treadmill. It's too hot outside. We just gave you life hack. Also,
yeah,
I've seen this one.
you have?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I didn't know.
people watching have not. Rocco has not either.
No, I didn't see it.
Rocco, does that Speedo look familiar? Is that the same you have at your?
That's mine.
That's yours.
Come
Okay.
on.
That's Rocco.
It's
Rocco.
me. It's me.
Well, for those of you that have not seen this video, so, as you're getting ready for a big competition or your move, you're like, all right, I'm ready. All this anticipation, and you take off, and there it is.
Jesus. Oh my God. What is this?
What is
Oh my
that?
God.
What are you doing, bro?
What?
Also, animals are just funny. So I was a little confused at first. I'm like, is that the cat's hand? But no, it's the dog's tail.
Oh.
The cat is like, stop it. You stop it. And it starts.
That's fine. Yeah, that one is fine.
That was pretty funny. Okay.
Okay. All right. I do have one myself here.
Oh, you do?
Okay, let's
Okay.
take a look.
All right, let's see it.
So, well, it being 4th of July coming around the corner, we know that
Yeah.
the
Oh God, I've seen this.
fireworks are going to be proceed with
Don't-
caution. So
don't-
when you're using your fireworks, make sure you play safe. Also, it may be illegal. So try not to get
Don't JPP yourself, okay?
Listen, they seem legal.
and you hit the
Oh
police
my
officer.
God, is that a cop?
No, come on.
Was that a cop?
Yeah.
Not even a chance. At least give it a chance.
That
to
is hilarious.
explode.
Yeah, right into the cop window. Like, here it is. All right.
Stupid.
Remind me Naples.
So
There's really no way of not getting a ticket on that one, right?
yeah, there's no way.
100%.
No way in heck. So, this is kind of funny, but not really funny. President Biden said he's going to make the tax system fair. And how is he going to do that? By eliminating loopholes for crypto traders. I feel like, the Democrats' war cry is, and I'm not trying to make anything political here, but our president is a Democrat. Their war cry has usually been tax the rich. Everyone pays their fair share. Now they've let the rich go and they're on to us.
The thing is that, you know what's crazy to me is that it would be so much simpler if there was just clear regulation, there was transparency on all of this, and in doing so, you could properly tax everything. When I went down to Bitcoin Miami, obviously I'm hanging out with a lot of people that have substantial amount of crypto, right? So I'm talking to creators of projects, creators of trading platforms, and we're hanging out and, having some drinks, outside the convention, and conversation popped up, and it was a bunch of people with a lot of money, unlike myself, in crypto, and they were discussing the fact they have so much Ethereum they can't cash it out. They're like, I have no way of cashing out my Ethereum. And I'm like, you can't cash out? Like, no, I can't turn it into dollars. Like, I could turn it into 1,000, sure, but he's like, I got millions of dollars. I can't offboard millions of dollars. And I'm like, why not? They're like, my banks won't accept it or whatever. Anyways, so there's people out here. So you wanna fix the loopholes. What I'm saying is that if you just have if you have a easy, identifiable way of selling your crypto, then and not having to go through your own loopholes, let's just say, hey, because we've heard endless stories, right? I had $500,000 on Wells Fargo, and I was doing transactions, and they closed my bank account. We've heard that plenty of times, right? Same thing with other banks. And so the big problem is that because they're trying to shut down crypto with choke point 2.0 or 3.0, whatever version we're on now, and because that's their narrative, they're making people go through loopholes. And if you wanted to collect taxes on it, Biden, just make it clear and simple. Make a digital asset framework. That's it. Make commodities digital assets. And then we'll go from there. And then you could tax the crap out of it.
Do you understand?
How much money did these states make when they legalized marijuana?
Well, Nevada made a lot of money. They were supposed to pump into our schools, but they didn't.
Yeah, well, whatever. They got the money.
Yeah, they made
now, whether or not they misspent it, that's a different thing. But think about all the tax revenue that was lost from the last, if you go, from 30 years up until it was legal. I remember I evaded a lot of taxes out here in Vegas. There was a lot of marijuana purchases from your boy. And I don't smoke anymore. But at the time, they lost out a lot of tax revenues. And so what I'm saying is that let people sell their crypto, man. Let my people go.
Well, you know what that would entail, right?
What's that?
That would entail common logic, common sense, which apparently our people in Congress, the majority of them don't have right now. So now we did speak on rumors. We said Fidelity, they might file. Well, it is official. There it is. Rumors were correct. Fidelity officially files an updated 19B4 in partnership with CBOE for their spot Bitcoin ETF dubbed the Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust. Speaking of Wise, one of our community members, Wise Tree, bought us an ADA domain name or a handle. And so big shout out to him. Thank you so much. It's the $Sin City Crypto. That is our ADA handle. So feel free to send us any ADA assets that you would like.
Stop it.
I'm kidding. I'm not soliciting. I just wanted to thank you guys. Man, we got a lot of cool stuff from our community. We got a special NFT from someone else in our community. When we hit 9K, we'll show it to you guys. That's pretty awesome. So
we got that art hanging in. I don't know. We talked to the developer. What was the name of the gentleman that sent us that? You remember? Or the company? We should put that link in the description. Because they sent us some art. We got it hanging in our lobby. It looks really nice, man. Had a lot of compliments on it.
Edgar. His name is Edgar. Yeah. The name of the company? Not coming to me currently. But Robin,
what's up?
Speak on this because I need you to speak so I can pull something else up. Thank you very much. Fidelity. Official. Bam.
Change. There we go.
So, Fidelity, me gusta. Also, I like the like button. So, guys, do us a favor. We are low on the likes, less than 50%. And so, if you like me, if you like David, or if you really like Rocco, hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, that means, well, you don't like us.
Guys,
Well,
go for it.
Also, we do have some new people here. If you are new, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We have, let's see here, Rusty Chucky, Sist Montezinos.
Sista.
We got Jizim Mahumadi and Eric Axel. Thank you, Eric, for having a normal name. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. There you go.
All right. Okay. So here's what I wanted to pull up. Okay. So big shout out to James Safer. He was on a show last Friday. Go follow him, guys. If you want anything like ETF related, spot Bitcoin stuff, great. So he put this out. So this is a list of all the spot and the futures ETFs. Okay. And you can see in the green, these are the two approved, and the only two were the futures ones. But I want to show you here. So this is what we're talking about when we say what order. So you can see here, ARK Invest, they are the next in line. They filed on the June 28th, 2021, and their next SEC meeting is August 13th, with the final date, the very final date would be January 10th, 2024. So if the SEC comes in...
I have to interject here. That first one, the 2021, that one's got denied. That
okay,
was the
so
first one, because
refile.
That
Sorry.
was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
19B4. Okay, my apologies. Robin, you're right. 19B4 was filed on May 9th. So that is the amended one, right?
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that. That was filed on 5/9. 8/13 is the next date, but if the SEC really wanted to push it all the way as much as they possibly can, you're looking at January 10th, 2024. And next in line, of course, is BlackRock Spot ETF, which was filed on...
what is the soonest one that could possibly come up to the final date?
ARK.
ARK?
January 10th, 2024.
2024?
January 10th. Next, you have BlackRock. Their preliminary date for the first SEC ruling would be on the 19th of August, with worst case scenario going into March 1st of next year. And there
it'll be January. It'll be ARK, right?
It has.
So it'll be ARK first in January, and then they'll just go ahead and approve the whole list.
Yeah.
All the blue ones will get approved right after. Same week.
Unless there's a big gap between the applications and what they have in the filing. But I don't get that. But so here you go, guys. If you want this for yourself, you want to take a look and kind of analyze it, just go follow at JSEYFF. And there we go. Mm-hmm. Eric Axel said, I am of the minority that use my actual name, and we'll meet at the July 29th party. Yes, we will. We'll be there. Now, we know we kind of floated this out there. There is a Sin City Cryptos R Us party happening in July. Those are the details I can give you now.
We're still in the preliminary phase, and so there's like a VIP list thing with sponsors, ironing all that out, but keep the date open, July 29th, 1 month from today.
Yeah.
And we will be having our meetup at the Mandalay Bay. We'll be giving you more information.
We got the foundation room, guys.
Foundation, yeah, so a lot of fun.
That's a pretty bad.
You also got George from Cryptos R Us.
Yeah.
We're all George, you know.
It's going to be a fun time. Very fun time. You get to see Robin tell everyone his story about how he was homecoming king.
No, was it July 28th?
What?
He said July 28th.
July 29th. It's a Saturday, July 29th.
Is it 9th? Okay.
Yeah.
Knoxville said 28th.
28th will be the day. Not sure, but that's not the day of the party. Speaking of parties, Bitcoin's having a party. $30,542, up 1.16% over the last 24 hours.
Oh my Lord, up a full percent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. BTC MC, also known as Bitcoin market cap, up less than 1% at 1.18 trillion.
Did you abbreviate
I did.
Bitcoin
I
market
did.
cap?
Leave me alone. Now, volume 32 bills. Dominance BTC.
Are you one of those people that say LOL instead of laughing at
I've
home?
said that one time, bro. I said that in a face-to-face conversation. I was like, LOL. I was like, wait, what? Um,
I'm waiting for the blah, blah, blah.
what am I doing? Oh, it's
brrr,
coming.
And the blah, blah, blah. The
I did
brrr.
not say blah, blah, blah. Anyways, guys, we're a cryptocurrency show. What are we doing here? Up 1.5% over the last 7 days. Now, as far as Bitcoin, couple things. Tomorrow, big day for Bitcoin. Options expire end of the quarter, end of the month, end of the week options. So this is going to be massive. As far as open interest by strike price, a vast majority of the calls are coming in at 30K and 35K respectively. And then when we take a look at the expiry over here, you see total notional value, $4.84 billion of options expire tomorrow. Now, if we hold above 30K, great for the bulls.
It's great.
Great for the bulls. Under 28K, for some reason, I don't know if we get a terrible wick at the right time or something happens, then we could see more liquidations and spill off. So something to keep an eye on. Also, got a Bitcoin chart pulled up here. Now, I do have a bull flag drawn here, so I'm a flag guy. I like flags. And this is a pretty nice bull flag on Bitcoin. On the 4-hour, bull flags do typically break to the upside. So this is a bullish, I would call it a continuation pattern. Now, if I hide this, I want to show you guys why I use the Ichimoku cloud so much and why it's so reliable. You can see, I mean, just absolutely perfectly just traded up against the upper end of this cloud, and it has acted as support all the way through. And same thing with this conversion line, which is the blue line, which is a 26-day moving average. That has held as support as well. And so, man, Bitcoin, if we take this off and we take a look at what would the measured move, well, first of all, if we do the long margin pressure levels, you can see we have 5x resistance coming in at $32,864. Now, depending on your TA style and certain, different TA experts measure the moves differently. But I know Sam, Crypto Lifer, he likes to measure it by taking the pull of the original flag and just moving that upwards, which would give us a price target of $35,500, which I think is an extremely bull case in my scenario. I do think we do know there's resistance at 31.5. Can we get to that 32.8 level that the 5x leverage was telling us? Potentially. Robin, what are your thoughts? I know you're more of a sentiment guy, but
I think we're going to be 30K for the next 2 weeks.
Really?
I think it's consolidation time, man.
Okay.
And I'm just going off of history. I'm not just.
And is that healthy in your opinion?
No. Well, here's the thing. I like to go off of short-term history with a window into the long-term past, right? And so right now, I know that we are in a bear market and that we're coming out of the bear market, and perhaps we're in a bear market bounce. Perhaps we're in the first stages or the first leg up of the bear market. Either way, not sure. I'm analyzing the historical cycles. But for me, Bitcoin has moved in dramatic fashion from one price range to another, and then consolidated there for on average of 2 months. The last consolidation where it traded between 25 or 26 and 30K, it traded there for almost 3 months. It was like 2.5. But before that, we traded within these ranges for 2 months. We traded at 20,000, 2 months at 16,000. And so until this trend breaks, until we start getting more volatility, more volume, I don't see that changing. And so for me, we've been in 30K for 2 weeks now. I think it's technically like 11 days or something. But I think that we're going to be there for at least a month, perhaps 2. And if we're in there for at least a month, that would give us another 2 weeks of 30K. But
Guys,
I don't know. That's if you wanted why I think that, that's why. Now, if we'd been at 30K for 2 months, I'd be like, it's time for a move, because I'm just looking at historical data.
So for me, the way I look at it is I like to break it down in layman's terms, right? And so what does it tell us when an asset like Bitcoin, whose price moves on speculation alone, because currently it's really got no use case as far as paying for something, or it's used as a national currency, whatever the case may be, is what if people agreed on what is a fair price for Bitcoin? And for the price of Bitcoin to hold steady, whether it's at 25K, 28K, or 30K, that's essentially saying the market has said for the last 2 months that $30,000 is a fair value for one Bitcoin. And as we take these small legs up, 32K, then
You
we
leave my
consolidate
legs
there.
out of this.
Consolidate there, right? People agree for whatever amount of time at 32K. 32K is a fair value of Bitcoin. Take another leg up, another leg up, another leg up. Now, the longer we stay at a certain level psychologically, right? Psychologically. Now, 28K, 25K looks cheap because we've been at 30K for over 10 days. We'll be at 30K for over 30 days if we do so that way. And so I think, everyone's so used to these violent moves for Bitcoin. Oh my God, it's up 50% in a day, 40%. Now we're seeing, and I'm not saying we haven't seen this type of price action, but now with all the bullish narrative coming in from institutions, from TradFi, from the crypto space in general, from globally and the regulation, and to where we're at now and how the price action is, I think it's a great positive. If Bitcoin is to mature as an asset into what we believe it can be or what we think it can be, I think this is the way to go, man. You have, moves up, and then you have a little consolidation phase where everyone agrees, all right, this is the fair value price of Bitcoin. That is now the new number rooted in our minds, 30K. And then we move up to 35K and then 40K. I'm not saying we're not going to have a parabolic move, but this is great to see in the bull market, in the bear market leading into a bull market. I think it's a net positive. I know it's frustrating for people. You keep checking your portfolio. When am I going to be at 6 figures? When am I going to be at 7 figures? Patience is a virtue, and patience is key. Speaking of keys, the key to making a lot of money is altcoins. You listen to some people.
Losing your keys is...
Rocco, you are a Fed, bro.
Here you go.
Rocco was a Fed paid by Robin. Rocco was 100% Fed paid by Robin.
That's right.
I hope you guys see, and to those of you that have been in studio, there is definitely collusion happening.
Also, there's keys to making good jokes. You don't have any keys.
I'm not apologizing to you. So, crypto bubbles got some big gainers today. FTT won't let me be or let me be me. But there's a new FTT.
Stop it right now. Stop it. Mute his microphone.
All right, all jokes aside,
I will
guys.
be taking over this. I am the captain now. Look at me. Look at me.
It's a mutiny.
All right.
This is a fun show.
Stop.
This is a fun show, man. We have fun here.
We
We're
do
being
until
ready
you
for-
bring in them terrible jokes.
Shut your mouth, bro.
Can we get some like button though? Thank you.
Glad we
See,
can
they're
agree on
not
something.
hitting the like button because your jokes are terrible.
It's the joke.
It is. It is. It's a direct correlation.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's
The better
the RSI moves in.
What does RSI stand for, Robin? You have no idea.
I don't care.
Exactly. Now, damn it, let me go through my freaking thing here. Okay. Compound up 25%, XRD Radix up 11%, Solana Injective and Synthetics also up almost double digits. And then we have FTT up 35.7% on the day. Take a look at the 1 hour candles, Hex leading the way along with Flow, Injective, and FTT. And for the week, FTT has doubled. Bitcoin Cash has pulled back a little bit. But Bitcoin Satoshi Value compound up 70%. So a lot of big movers in the space. Now, why is FTT moving? Well, here's the answer to your question. Bankrupt FTX begins process to relaunch the exchange as reported by Wall Street Journal. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Let's talk about it. But before we first talk about it, Dave Digital, $2. I vote for.
Have you ever had like a really good friend and he had a stupid, crazy girlfriend?
Yes.
Yeah. We can usually go back to our younger days because, younger day. Anyway, I go back to my younger days and I say to myself, I'm like, man, I had a handful of friends that I would be like, bro, you need to leave her ass, man. Like that is toxic. Like your whole ecosystem falls apart when you're with her. Like you're less of a person. And then they end up breaking up and you're like, oh, thank God. And then you hang out with them. You're like, oh, he's like, man, that girl was freaking crazy, dude. Like you were, I'm just happy. And then a couple weeks pass by and you haven't heard from them. And then you find out they're dating again. You're like, why? Why are you back? Like, you were so much better without her, man. Like, let her go. That is FTX, man.
But it feels
like,
so
why
good.
is FTX back?
But it feels
like,
so
get
good.
out of here, man. Nobody wants you back.
Hold on, but what if there's a positive?
No, there's no positive.
There is a positive.
There's no positive. You sound like the guy that's sitting there and be like, well, let me explain why we got back. Like, no, I don't want to hear it.
I am looking out for the people that got screwed
Let
over.
her go.
Yes.
Let her go. She's
Okay,
trailer
can
park.
I get my
She's gonna
things
grow
back?
up.
Let me
She's gonna
get my
have
money
at
back
least
first.
6 or 7 cats under the
Can I
porch.
bring-
And I'm telling you,
Can I bring her back so I can get my money back,
absolutely
get my
not.
things back,
No,
and then I can kick her out?
No, because if you bring her back for material goods, you're gonna get burned in the long run.
What if it's your life savings?
It doesn't matter. You
It
let it
doesn't
go.
matter.
You cut
Okay.
your losses, man.
Yeah.
If you bring it back in, you're just doing nothing but bringing in more problems.
Wow. Okay, Rocco, this is done. I'm over it. You're wrong because people are gonna make people that lost a lot of money. They're gonna get a lot of their money back. Let's go over the details. FTX reboot on the way. CEO holds talk with interested parties. This is source from Cointelegraph. According to a June 28th report from the Wall Street Journal, FTX restructuring chief John Ray III said the company had begun the process of soliciting interested parties to reboot of the FTX.com exchange. The firm has been holding talks with investors around financing the potential reboot. Current FTX creditors would potentially be offered a stake in the reorganized exchange, among other forms of compensation.
Just pay
Hold
them their money
on.
back, man, and
Slow.
don't reopen it. Take the money
Slow.
you got and then just pay people back and then just call it a
Slow.
day, bro.
Low down. It is expected that FTX will not be renamed FTX 2.0 or any derivative of its original name, but instead it will be a brand new name with a different namesake.
Yeah, XTF. The other way around.
XTF. FTX's legal team said in April they expected the launch of the new exchange to be completed sometime in Q2 of 2024. Robin, if FTX, now we know they found another $7 billion in customer funds. Hold up.
Like,
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
Slow
man.
down, bro.
Like,
Let me paint a scenario for you, okay? $7 billion has been found. Instead of liquidating, destroying the market, they just reopen the
found
exchange.
$7 billion, bro. Like, how do you?
It's not the point.
They're
The point
back,
is
man.
this.
They're back. The company that just found $7 billion. They're back.
When is this?
Okay.
$7 billion. You log on. You have pro rata amount of the tokens, not the dollar value amount.
I'm not
but the
saying that it's a lose for everybody. Obviously, you get your money back, and the closer you get your money back to 100%, good for you. Like, yes, I'm not. And here's the thing. I can give away my car. I can go down the street and say, who wants this car? And I can just give it away. And perhaps for somebody, it's good. And for somebody else, it's bad. Or maybe it's just not a good idea. How about that? It's not a good idea for me to give away my car. But somebody will win. Somebody will be like, thank God I got a new car. Like, yes, you could put a spin and there's a positive to every scenario in life. And
Not
what I'm
necessarily.
saying is that the spin that I'm putting on this thing is that this is a corrupt ass business that stole money, that is shuttered down, finally was closed, put a stain on our industry, set back regulation. We literally have been booting exchange one after another out of the country because of this one exchange. We had a drop. Everybody questions crypto. I can't go anywhere without them talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. I can't convince anybody that has no exposure to crypto that Bitcoin might be a good idea without them talking about, well, what about that FTX? And I say, like this has literally punched me in the mouth, and my mouth is swollen. And now they're talking about bringing it back. And sure, some people will win. Some people that had their money on there will get more money back. I understand that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is it is a net negative for industry. Get rid of this damn thing. That's all I'm saying. Thank you. Hit the like button.
Even if it means people getting their money back.
I didn't, but didn't you hear anything I said? There is people that will benefit. Yes, David.
But if more people benefit,
Stop.
It continues.
software is valuable. Software is valuable. What Pepper said. What do you guys think? Are you with me or with Robin? If it could benefit people, do it. It doesn't matter. That's what Robin says. 1 for David, 2 for Robin. Let us know.
Let it die, man. Let it die.
But I do agree.
So what is 1 and what is 2?
1 is you agree with David that if it benefits people, let him come back. 2 is you agree with Robin. It doesn't matter. Let them go. They need to go away. Okay? Now, I want to ask you this question. I forgot the question, but we're going to move on. To another exchange. It just, guys, more and more, I think there's a global effort to just destroy Binance. Binance is set to lose the support of its current Euro banking partner, PaySafe Payment Solutions. They got stripped of their license in, I believe it was France. Belgium said leave. The U.S. is suing them, not just civil, but criminal charges as well, apparently. Robin, what's going on, man? I mean, can we say without a shadow of a doubt, Binance is being targeted on a global scale? Or is it just coincidence that...
no, they are enemy of the state right now. They are enemy of the SEC. They're enemy of politicians. It's easy to point the finger. And you know what? There's a lot going wrong in politics today. And when you can't raise taxes, you don't have enough money, and things are broken, an easy cop-out is to say, crypto did it. Look at Binance. And that's where we're at. And yes, that's a very short context, but that is what has been echoed in these hearings. You can't have the Treasury Secretary that has no exposure or influence on crypto. Now, her voice is taken into account when she speaks. Yes, when she speaks on crypto. But realistically, the lady doesn't really have any say in crypto, right? She can make opinion.
Well, people value her opinion.
She is testifying, and she is berated with questions about this, and she has come out and spoke vocally about the disdain for Binance and China and what's going on there. And so, anyways, you got that. You also have the CFTC, which more pro-crypto than the SEC, but they still have pointed the finger at Binance, calling them fraud, saying that they're participating in fraud. The SEC has said the same thing. And then even in the House committee hearings that all of a sudden they're talking about Binance again. And so they're public enemy number one with the US. And I think a lot of it has to do, and sure, I will say that some of their business practices might not be as buttoned up as the US would like. And perhaps there's some wash trading. Perhaps there's manipulation. The BNB token has not dropped down this whole bear market, which makes no sense to me. But it is what it is. But is the space better or worse without? I can't answer that question. But if your question is, are they being attacked? Yes, 100%. And you know who's the general of that attack? It is the United States. And a lot of this, I will say, is done because politicians are messing up, the government's in a bad spot, and they're just trying to point the finger at Binance and say, your fault, even though a lot of the fault has nothing to do with the agencies that are pointing the finger.
Now, Robin, Robert Sweet Vermouth said, I like CZ, but Binance continues to be a risk to crypto. Do you agree with that statement? Are they a risk to crypto? You say they wash trade?
I will say this.
They trade against her?
If the allegations against them, and here's the thing. I try to take news with a grain of salt because I know there's a lot of power behind who controls the media. Even in the crypto space and crypto media, we saw FTX was a private, what was that? Privately pushing money onto, which was that?
What are we talking about?
Who was buying money? It was FTX was paying somebody to promote their crap. It wasn't Cointelegraph. It was
Block. The Block.
The Block, yeah?
Block.
Yeah. And those other ones too. Well, and so
Binance,
there's manipulation even within our own media. So we have to keep an objective perspective, an open mind when we're reading this. But I can't get past the fact that Binance Coin has outperformed Bitcoin in the bear market.
You know why?
Binance Coin, the exchange that has been under attack from every direction, every other exchange token has essentially withered away in the same way that everything else has. And so if crypto.com is is way down, the Crow token. And also, if what other exchange tokens are there right now?
KuCoin, OKX.
Yeah, anyway, all of
BitGet.
those are down. But Binance token, the BNB token on the BNB exchange, or the BNB for the smart contract chain, which has fallen dramatically with utility, use case, and users, the coin hasn't. And it's traded on Binance's exchange. So who controls the price of Binance? Well, the price is controlled by the order books that are traded on Binance. And so if it was natural growth without, or natural price movement without any manipulation, we would expect that the price of the BNB token would follow the rest of the market, or at least Ethereum. It's outperformed Ethereum. Let's be real. I know it's deflationary, but like, come on, man. You're telling me that BNB has outperformed Ethereum in the bear market, has outperformed Bitcoin in the bear market, has outperformed the Crypto.com token in the bear market. It's out, like, with all the attacks from all the different nation states. And so I tried not to speculate. Hey, the U.S. says they're wash trading, they're doing all this fraud. I don't even listen to that. I hear it, but I don't listen to it. But I can't. I'm looking with my own eyes. The price don't match up. Price don't match up with the market. That's all I'm saying. And so for that reason,
I'm out.
It's sus. That's all.
Now,
I mean, do you agree with what I mean? Is it concerning everything? Like, I could care less what Elizabeth Warren has to say about Binance, right? She can throw out a million accusations. I could care less what Congress is put together in some large packet of information, because a lot of that is usually just weaponized to take down crypto. So, and a lot of it's full of lies. Again, I could care less. But the BNB token, where's its price? It's not trading naturally, bro. That's not natural price movement.
people say a lot of the trading is not natural, but for me, I feel like a lot of these exchanges dug themselves into the hole they're in, and a lot of them deserve some of the questions are getting thrown their way, or people are starting to poke and prod now and say, we need more information on this, and if you can't provide that, I mean, I'm sorry. People have said it on this channel. Our industry and our industry participants have continuously punched themselves in the face, shot themselves in the foot. And, now that there's competition, it's not like it could just be swept under the rug, because guess what? Your competitors that are trying to enter the space that have way more money than you, way more assets than you, and way more political resources than you, they're going to dig up all that dirt because they want to get an upper hand on you. And that is what we're seeing, what we're going to continue to see as the space grows. So if you don't got your T's crossed and your I's dotted, man, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Now, Robin, why don't you mess up some names or something?
You know what I'm looking at right now? I'm just trying to find out the what's going on with the Azuki price. That's a really good a lot of drama there, right?
So what is the price? 9.
4 is 9.
So it went up a little bit.
right where it kind of was. But the thing is that those ones that got minted for 2 ETH,
Elementals?
yeah, the elementals,
Right there.
No, this is the beans.
The one next to it.
Yeah,
right there.
So these are now trading for 1.65. So if you minted for 2, well, you're in the red. I just wanted to say that. I mean, it's been very interesting to watch that. It's like one of those disasters that are on CNN. It's like you really don't care about it, but you can't stop watching it. You're like, what happened?
You think they got a chance of...
They're done.
You think they're done?
They are done. They are done. They're done. Done. It's going to be a slow
bleed off
death because there are a lot of Azuki homers. And yeah, they're done.
Interesting.
Pizuki. Remind me the Pizuki from the...
Did you say Pazuki? You talking about that nasty ass cookie they sell at those?
Yeah.
Those are terrible. Do you like those, Rocco?
No, but that's what reminds me. I had it once. Yeah, I like it.
Rocco looks like a guy who eats a cookie with a fork and a knife. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is
it a crime to do that? Because I think it is.
eating a cookie with a fork and a
Yeah,
knife?
that's just
absolutely.
Yeah, first of all,
It's an
like a
Italian
cookie
thing.
shouldn't be that soft anyways. Because you know if you're using a fork and a knife, it's
Okay,
gotta be
hold
one
on,
of
hold
those
on, hold
chewy
on, hold
ones.
on, hold
Hold
on.
on. If you get invited to the White House, you're gonna eat the cookies
With
your
my hands. Yeah.
Do you know you gotta do? You know how to eat an apple with a
I
fork
definitely
and
know how to
knife?
eat an apple, yeah.
With a fork and knife.
Hold on, with a fork and knife?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, guys.
You hold it in your hand. It's portable.
No.
It's God's portable food. You literally can put it in your pocket. You just bite it when it's ready.
Real quick. Chris, hard cookies or soft cookies?
There is no contest. Biscotti is our cookie. A cookie is a cookie.
Robin?
Huh?
Soft, chewy cookies or the hard, crumbly cookies?
Oh, the hard one. I mean, you can't go soft and chewy. Like, what is that, man?
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
I like soft ones.
You would with your
Of course.
destroyed taste buds, bro.
You don't like crumble cookies? Those things are bomb, bro.
Crumble? What is a crumble cookie?
Those giant cookies, crumble, CRUMBL. You've never had a crumble cookie?
No.
Wow.
He talks to me about cookies and forget about it.
The cookies and the... Robin, don't you want to butcher some names real quick before I move on?
You keep wanting me to bring up names. Is there something I'm not?
I'm just saying, do we want to take an intermission? Please.
I don't have any. I don't have any new people.
No
We have
people.
Edgar Gar, and then that's how he spelled it. It's like Edgar with an extra AR at the end. So, and then yeah, I mean,
Maybe it's
oh, we
Edgar-
got Sunil Kumar as well up in here.
Mazda's in here.
And
I just traded in my Mazda, actually. Sorry, Mazda. Hope I didn't offend you.
okay.
Now-
to all of you, hola.
Soft cookies are for 3 years old.
He's like, I really love Dino Nuggets and soft cookies. They hit
Those
the
Dino
spot.
Nuggets are straight
He's like,
fire,
and then
bro.
the one thing
you
that
see,
he's like, when I can't fit the straw into the top of the Capri Sun, I just soothe my pain with a soft cookie.
Wow. Now, speaking of soothing pain, soothe my pain away as North Carolina House passes a bill to study if the state should hold
You know what we call
Bitcoin.
North Carolina? In North Carolina?
What?
North Kakalaki. I don't know. That's what I had no idea where it came from. And hopefully it's not a racist term because there's a lot of racism in North Carolina. But North Kakalaki, I heard that a lot.
Wow. Okay.
Do you know?
Please don't cancel us. Let's move on to North
Let's move on.
Carolina, the government
Kakalaki.
name of the state. So they are looking into adding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Rob, what would this mean?
You know,
The
I
more
talked-
states-
I
I mean-
talked about that yesterday, and that with the ETFs coming, that not only institutions can get exposure to Bitcoin, but churches, nonprofit organizations, 401ks, retirement plans, cities, states, municipal centers, they can get exposure to Bitcoin. Sailing to Crypto says, yes, that is a thing. See, I'm not lying. And he said, no, it's not racist. Okay, good.
No,
But
it's
sometimes
Kakalaki?
there's like some racist thing that you don't even know is racist, and you're like, oh, that's racist? Shoot. Never thought of that.
What is it called? North Kakalaka?
North Kakalaki.
Kakalaki.
Yeah.
So
I would drive down to North Carolina to get moonshine. 'Cause it was illegal to get 100% grain alcohol in Virginia, but you drive 45 minutes down south, moonshine. And then you go and throw that thing into a barrel with some cheap juices and Kool-Aid. Got a whole party messed up.
okay. Now I want to ask you about this. No, I don't know where the hell this conversation went, but let's rein it back in.
Okay.
North Carolina. If they decide yes, we should hold Bitcoin on our balance sheet, is that more significant than anything else? Any other narrative we've seen here, as far as a BlackRock ETF, as far as the BRICS thing? If a sovereign state in the U.S., not all states are sovereign, but a state in the U.S. decides to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, what kind of ripple effects could that have? Would you see more states?
I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like,
well, each state has a treasury, right? They pay their benefits, unemployment, workers' comp, or whatever insurance, whatever the case may be.
But here's the thing: if you're going to get exposure to Bitcoin, you need to have a long time horizon, right? Because if you're planning on using your Bitcoin, if you plan on putting money into Bitcoin and you decide to sell it 6 months later, it might not be a good idea. But as long as that treasury is something you can lock up long term, then sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's super bullish and it makes sense. And I'm sure there are municipal centers and cities and states that have certain budgets that don't move for a while, right? And so if you have some kind of capital or some value that you don't plan on moving around and it's just money sitting there, if it traditionally has been in a bond or something of that nature, then sure, I think diversification, some exposure to Bitcoin would be a good idea.
Interesting. I also want to give a shout out to Sailing to Crypto, gifted 5 Sin City memberships. Big thank you for that. And if you're a proud recipient of Set's membership, we're free to use your emojis. There are some members only videos. Go check those out. Now, I want to move on from North Kakalaki to there's no good segue to this, but Coinbase. Coinbase files a motion to dismiss the SEC's lawsuit, branding it an extraordinary abuse of process. Coinbase filed a motion to dismiss the recent lawsuit lodged against it by the SEC. The company argued that the SEC was applying securities laws to certain digital tokens in ways that significantly deviate from existing legal frameworks. Paul Graywall, Coinbase's chief legal officer, stated that the SEC claims, quote, go far beyond existing law and should, therefore, be dismissed. Coinbase raised concerns about the SEC's interpretations of securities laws, suggesting the agency was reaching beyond its legal authority. A motion to dismiss argues that even if all the allegations are true, the plaintiff does not have a valid legal claim. That's interesting. So for all intents and purposes, it could be true. It could be having securities on there. But what Coinbase is saying to file this motion is, even if it is true, it isn't the SEC's scope of responsibility to sue us for this. That'll be interesting. And I'll have a video, and we'll talk about it once we're done. This is from Jay Clayton. I know everyone hates Jay Clayton. He was the guy who brought the Ripple lawsuit before he left. Like, Santa Claus came and left coal under the tree and said, all right, see you next year. A must-watch, Jake Clayton describes a new and deeply un-American ethos of Gary Gensler. And I do want to note, this is not...
Jake Clayton is like the guy that had a girlfriend and then got the pit bull that tore everything up and then left his girl and the dog there. So it's like, thanks for leaving me with the dog that destroyed my house. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake Clayton. But now, apparently, he's attacking... Now, it's not common to see former chairs of the SEC scrutinize current chairs.
I saw this, and it's very interesting. It's kind of a...
Well, I have not watched it yet.
You haven't watched this?
I have not watched it yet.
Oh, okay. So
I wanted to have a platonic, in-the-moment response to hearing what he has to say. I know it made its circles around. I have not watched it yet, so this will be my first time watching it.
Let's take this to a very...
Get some juice on the audio record.
Let's take this to a very high level.
Maybe I don't have juice on my audio. Where's the audio?
Level on the regulatory side. What in cases?
Say all
about that for a second. Let's take this.
So guys, if you're new here, say hello so we can jump a whole lot back at you. And no audio? Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no new people here. So all I can tell you is
let's take this to a very high level on the regulatory side.
Above 50% ratio.
What you're hearing
can see
from
now.
Yeah, let's
pat yourself on the back.
Organizations is
interesting.
We're not losing cases if we're not being pushed.
All right. So Rob, for since you watched it, what did he say? And then let's talk about what Coinbase is doing and what would that mean? Okay, or not. All right. So let me give you my thoughts on this Coinbase thing. So I think it's like I mentioned, I think it's intriguing that they're not filing a motion to dismiss as far as, hey, it's not true. None of it is securities. It's the fact that, hey, the SEC is overstepping his boundaries.
It should hear. It
work.
was going to the stream. We wouldn't hear it here internally.
All right.
Let's take this to a
There we go. Okay. All righty. Let's listen to Mr. Clayton.
let's take this to a very high level on the regulatory side. What you're hearing from the leaders of the regulatory organizations is if we're not losing cases, if we're not being pushed back on by the courts, we're not doing enough. Think about that for a second. That is a fundamental shift in how we as Americans view the role of the government. I don't want to be in a place where I know the government is going to bring cases they think they're going to lose. Imagine you're the person who is the subject of that case. Now, we're talking about corporations.
Yeah, to see if they can. And if they're not stopped, they're going to,
Right, but this is an ethos now, which is unless we're losing, we're not bringing enough cases. That may be fine for private litigants against each other and think about it. But when you have the power of the state and you're supposed to only bring cases and only make rules that you think are going to pass judicial muster.
Wow.
So what he's saying is that SEC going to lose some cases. And why are you bringing up cases you're going to lose, right?
If you're not losing cases, that means you're not bringing enough. What?
What that means?
That means it's like, they say if you're not failing, if you haven't failed multiple times, you're not doing enough. Do more, which great life advice, I guess. But is it great advice for a regulator of our capital markets to just say, oh, well, guys, we haven't lost many cases here, so we're doing something wrong. Let's amp this thing up here. It's very interesting to me that a former SEC chair who shut down the ICOs, who essentially shut Ripple down for many years as far as suppressing the price and everything else, come out and say this against his current counterpart, Gary Gensler. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Rob? Do you think Gary Gensler is going to be gone? I feel like it's not just the crypto bros, right?
There's a lot of politicians that are not in favor. They're not in favor of
his own colleagues. I mean, as Gary Gensler dug himself a hole, even he can't get out of.
No. If they wanted to fire him, they'd fire him. He doesn't have to be.
Can we agree the pressure is mounting, though?
Here's the thing. If Biden wanted to change, he would change him. That's it. He's the one that appoints him. He's the one that puts somebody else in.
Biden can't even change his own diaper.
Just saying. He wanted to change him, he could.
If he wanted to change him, he could. Mm-hmm. That is the dumbest argument ever.
What other argument do you need?
It's not just up to Joe Biden. Congress can pass something to get rid of this guy.
Congress could impeach him, but that would require, I think it's 2/3 votes.
Supermajority.
So there's no way you're going to get 2/3 votes. I mean, I guess maybe you could. There's a lot of people that don't like Gary, but realistically, it's not going to happen. So realistically, if you look historically, how do you remove a SEC chair? They either retire, they get accused of something, they're forced to retire, or they are replaced by somebody else per the executive branch, and that's just not going to happen. Biden, the first thing you pulled out today from Biden was we need to close the loopholes on crypto for taxes. Well, that's his M16, that's his ammunition, that's his weapon to close loopholes is Gary Gensler. If the president's narrative is crypto is not good for taxes, not good for the country, maybe he's not as outspoken as Gary Gensler and other people, but he's not pro crypto right now, at least. And so if that's the case, why the hell would you remove somebody that's anti-crypto and replace him with somebody that's not? Right now, he's doing exactly what the puppet wants him to do.
Can we agree that the pressure on Gary Gensler is mounting?
Does it matter? That's what I'm saying. It does not matter. If the Fed chair is pissing everybody off with his interest rates or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who he pisses off. It's the people that have put him in that position that can remove him from that position.
But they were also approved. They had to go in front of Congress.
Were approved, but the thing is that what do you want me to? What do you want to say? You think you truly believe that now Gary Gensler is so anti-crypto that he's going to be removed from office and then he's dug himself a hole that he can't get out of? No, he's doing exactly what the government wants him to do. Have you not realized it's not the SEC that's anti-crypto? It's the banks, it's the politicians, it's the Democratic Party, it's the executive branch. It's the entire government doesn't want crypto here. It's not one man against crypto. It's the entire damn country. And he is the general of it. He's the one that you could point the finger and when the Republicans get pissed off or people that are pro crypto get pissed off, they have somebody that can be like, yeah, wheel out Gary Gensler. He's the one. Yeah, he's the one. Attack him. He's the one. Yeah. Well, why don't you take him out of office? Oh, no, we're not going to. Just blame him. They're not getting rid of him. If anything, it's the opposite. They're doing everything they can to keep him there. They're probably paying for his dinners. Like, hey, man, your crypto stance is great. You've booted out 3 exchanges. Liquidity here is falling down. The bankers are super happy with the progress that the SEC has made. And you know what? We got so much traditional money funding for our campaign. Man, pat on the back. And Gary Gensler's like, but everybody hates me. I'm like, well, it's all good, man. It's all good, bro. Just keep doing your thing, bro.
Okay, man. It's okay.
That's what I'm saying. That is what's happening. They don't want the man out of office. At least not the powerful people that are controlling our money right now.
If Gary continues to lose court cases, he's gone.
Why would he be gone? He's doing the work and the bidding of the extremist the extreme anti-crypto people. He's doing their bidding. And right now that's the majority. If the US government had their way, this is what they would do. Okay. Let's ban all cryptos except for Bitcoin and make it very difficult for people to buy. That's what they've accomplished, and that's what they're trying to do. Make all cryptos illegal and make Bitcoin a commodity, but make it very hard to buy. And when we say make it a commodity, don't say that. Just imply it in vague ways.
Speaking of ways, the way for us forward is to end this. Guys, we want to give a special shout out to channel sponsor Cam's Blue Wire Technology. Visit bluewiretech.com, especially if you own a business or you know anyone that owns a business. Also, go check out all of our social medias. We're on Twitter, on Instagram, TikTok, we're everywhere. Also, if you want to support the channel, there's plenty of ways to do so. Just check the links in the description of this video. And with that being said, Rocco. Guys, thank you so much. Make sure to come back tomorrow to end your week with us in this Forest Friday. On behalf of myself, I love you. Until tomorrow.
Sin City Crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in
also,
for the
huge
latest
shout
new
out
flavors. They
to
gonna teach us
Jimmy
new
Jimmy
coins. They
gifting
pull a pricing
10
like
Sin
barbecue
City Crypto
chicken
memberships.
pizzas. I laugh with a
Jimmy, we
major
love you.
grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin, and sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.
And also a big shout out to Jav, Bully, Ferrari, Tom, Sunil, B.O., Dunny, and also Jason L. Hola!